So we've spoken a little bit about what migration is and we've provided several examples, but what exactly do animals do to prepare for migration and what are the dangers associated with it?
Well, in a very similar fashion to hibernation, many animals will engage in what's known as hyperphagia prior to migration. This is essentially the excessive consumption of food to build up fat reserves so that they have enough energy to make the long journey safely. These animals may be travelling for an excessive period of time non-stop, which leaves very little time to find food. These animals will also go through physical adaptations. Birds may molt and acquire new feathers that are strong enough to make the journey, and mammals may shed or grow fur depending on the destination that they're heading to. When it comes to the actual navigational component itself, how do these animals know where they're going? Well, not too dissimilar from us, they will rely on environmental cues such as landmarks. Some animals will even rely on the positioning of the sun and the stars so that they can gain a better idea of where they're going. There are even animals, most notably birds, that will rely on the magnetic field of the Earth to aid in their navigation as well. There are also noticeable behaviour changes as well. During migration, many animals may congregate together in large herds or other large groups for the sake of protection. You may have also seen the very familiar V formation that birds take when they're flying. This is for the sake of navigation and preserving energy. The bird at the front will be navigating and of course utilising the most energy, and when they get tired they will go to the back of the V formation and the next bird behind them will take over. But of course, it's not without its risks. As we've just discussed, the formation of herds for the sake of protection is because they are likely to experience predators along the way. These animals may also experience exhaustion and starvation. Although they do build up a fat reserve prior to migration, these fat reserves will only last for so long, and if they're unable to find food on the journey, they may unfortunately perish. And of course, as always, there's us humans. If they're migrating to a particular location of which has experienced a loss of habitat or significant loss of resources, then they may have made the journey for nothing. And of course, if we link this back to the exhaustion and starvation, this is only going to be exacerbated by the fact that they're arriving somewhere that's no longer suitable for them. And lastly, of course, there are diseases and parasites that they may experience along the way. If we think about things like avian influenza, for example, this is a very real risk for migrating birds as they may transmit this disease to other flocks that they may come across along the way. But despite these challenges, migration remains a vital survival strategy for many species to optimize their longevity and to pass on their genetics.